Welcome back to the show that, well, the name's a bit of a mouthful, to be honest. It's the NOSR Webs podcast.
Yes.
I know, we've heard it all before. But hey, we're sticking with it. It's our brand. Love it or hate it.
Deal with it.
Exactly. But enough about the name. You're here for a deep dive.
That's right.
And today, we're going deep into something that, well, it's pretty intense.
Definitely.
We're talking crypto trader burnout.
Yeah, burnout. It's a real thing.
And it's a big problem. You might think, oh, burnout, isn't that just a fancy way of saying losing money makes you sad? But let me tell you, it goes way deeper than that.
Oh, yeah, way deeper. We're talking like sleep deprivation,
anxiety, the whole 9 yards.
And we've got some seriously eye-opening stats to share with you today, and some expert insights too.
Absolutely.
Buckle up, folks. It's going to be a wild ride. Oh, and before I forget, we've got some amazing offers linked in the description below. Don't miss out on those.
Yeah, check those out.
Now, let's get into it. We're going to hit you with a stat right off the bat. All right, are you ready for this?
67%
of crypto traders
experience burnout
within their first 2 years of trading.
2 years? That's barely enough time to figure out what a candlestick chart is.
I know, right?
That number's crazy high.
It is. It really is.
Why do you think that is? What makes crypto so, I don't know, so prone to burnout?
Well, one of the big things is that the crypto market is like always on.
24/7.
24/7, exactly. Traditional markets, they have closing bells, holidays, things that remind you that there's a world outside of trading.
Right.
But crypto, it never sleeps. And a lot of traders, they don't sleep either.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's this constant pressure to keep up with the market, always checking the prices, always trying to stay ahead. It leads to some serious sleep deprivation.
And speaking of sleep deprivation, the average crypto trader,
you're not going to believe this,
gets a measly 5.4 hours of sleep per night.
That's it.
I mean, I'm no sleep scientist or anything.
Right.
But that sounds really bad, like dangerously bad.
It is. And it gets worse when you consider that 83% of crypto traders admit to checking prices during normal sleeping hours.
So even when they are trying to sleep,
their brains are still like buzzing with market movements.
Oh, man. Talk about a recipe for burnout. Okay, so we've got the 24/7 market thing, the sleep deprivation. But let's not forget about the elephant in the room.
Oh, yeah.
The volatility.
That's a big one.
I mean, Bitcoin alone can swing up or down like 65% in a year.
Crazy, right?
Compare that to the S&P 500, which is pretty stable at around 15–20%. So what does that kind of roller coaster ride do to a trader's mind?
It's like being on a roller coaster that never stops, and it throws in these like unexpected loops and drops whenever it feels like it. That's kind of what it feels like to trade in a market that's that volatile.
Wow.
Your adrenaline's pumping, your cortisol levels are through the roof, just trying to keep up.
Cortisol is the stress hormone, by the way.
It is.
Yeah. And
all that stress, it takes a toll. We see that 78% of traders report feeling emotionally exhausted after those wild swings, and 59%. They experience decision paralysis when things get really chaotic.
Decision paralysis. Yikes.
Yeah.
That sounds like a recipe for some seriously bad trades.
It can be.
But it's not just the emotional stress, right? There's the financial pressure, too. You're putting your own money on the line.
Absolutely.
And the stats on that front, not exactly comforting. 73% of traders use over a quarter of their savings for trading, and 44% experience losses exceeding 40% of their initial investment.
Ouch.
Yeah, ouch is right. So we've got the always-on market, the volatility, and the financial pressure cooker.
Yeah.
It's no wonder so many traders are hitting that burnout wall.
Yeah, it's a perfect storm. But the good news is, it's not all doom and gloom.
There are things you can do to protect yourself.
Absolutely, and that's what we're going to dive into next.
That's right. We're going to equip you with the tools and the strategies you need to not just survive in this market,
but to thrive.
We're talking about things like risk management techniques,
lifestyle adjustments,
and the importance of seeking professional help. You deserve to be healthy, wealthy, and wise in the world of crypto.
That's it. Healthy, wealthy, and wise. Love it.
That's our new motto.
I like it.
But before we get into all that juicy stuff,
yes,
remember those amazing offers we mentioned, the ones linked in the description below?
Oh yeah, don't forget about those.
Check those out while we take a quick break. We'll be back in a flash.
All right, so we've laid out the problem, this 24/7 market, the crazy volatility, and the financial pressure cooker that comes with it. But now let's shift gears a bit and talk solutions.
Okay, yeah, let's get to the good stuff.
Okay.
What can traders actually do to protect themselves from hitting that burnout wall?
Well, the first thing is risk management. It's like, imagine you're on this crazy crypto roller coaster.
Oh, I like that analogy.
You got to wear a seatbelt, right? You don't want to get thrown off.
Makes sense. So what kind of risk management strategies are we talking about? Give me the specifics.
Okay, one of the most important things is setting stop-loss orders.
Okay.
You basically decide in advance how much you're willing to lose on a trade, and if the price drops to that level, boom, the order automatically sells, preventing further losses.
So it's like a safety net for your portfolio.
Exactly. No more staying up all night, watching your investments tank and making like these rash decisions.
No more panic selling at 3 a.m. Got it.
Another key strategy is limiting your position sizes. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Spread your risk by investing only a small percentage of your portfolio in any single trade.
So diversification is still key, even in the crazy world of crypto.
Absolutely. It's all about managing your exposure, protecting yourself from those big, unexpected swings. And for those who really want to take the emotion out of it, there's always the option of using automated trading systems.
Oh, yeah. Those. Tell me more about those. They sound, I don't know, kind of intriguing.
Well, with an automated system, it follows these pre-programmed rules. So you set the parameters based on your risk tolerance and your strategy. And the system executes the trades automatically. No more staring at charts at 3:00 a.m. trying to figure out what Elon Musk's latest tweet means.
So you can finally get a good night's sleep.
Exactly. But remember, risk management is just one piece of the puzzle. We also need to talk about lifestyle changes.
Right, because even if you've got like the best risk management strategy in the world, if you're not taking care of yourself, burnout's going to catch up to you eventually.
Exactly. It always does.
So where do we start? What's the first step?
Well, let's go back to the basics. Sleep. Remember that stat about traders averaging just 5.4 hours a night?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we got to fix that.
Absolutely.
Aim for 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep every night. Put those devices away, create a relaxing bedtime routine. You got to give your brain a chance to actually disconnect.
So no more doom scrolling through crypto Twitter before bed.
No, definitely not. Read a book, take a bath, meditate, I don't know. Anything that helps you unwind. Signal to your brain that it's time to rest.
Okay, I can get behind that. What else?
Exercise. I know. It's not exactly groundbreaking advice, but you wouldn't believe how many people underestimate the power of just moving their bodies.
Right, because when you're feeling stressed and overwhelmed, hitting the gym is probably the last thing you want to do.
I get it. But trust me, even a 30-minute walk,
yeah,
it can make a huge difference. It releases endorphins, reduces those stress hormones, helps you clear your head.
Yeah, and it gets you away from the screens for a bit.
Exactly. And speaking of mental well-being, we got to talk about mindfulness.
Okay, mindfulness.
Yeah, things like meditation.
Meditation, okay.
Deep breathing. It can be super powerful for managing stress and cultivating calm amidst all the chaos.
You know, I've heard a lot about mindfulness, but I've always been a bit skeptical. If I'm honest. Does it really work?
It does. Research has shown that it can reduce trading-related stress by like 47%.
Wow, 47%. Okay, I'm listening.
It helps you become more aware of your thoughts, your emotions, so you can respond to them in a more constructive way. But let's be real, sometimes those crypto anxieties can be pretty intense.
It can be.
So what happens when those self-care strategies just aren't cutting it?
Yeah, good question.
That's when it's time to seek professional help. If you're really struggling to manage your stress, your anxiety, you're feeling burnt out, don't hesitate to reach out to a therapist, a counselor, someone who specializes in financial stress or trader psychology.
You know, there's still kind of a stigma around therapy, I think, especially in the world of crypto. It's so fast-paced, kind of hyper-masculine.
I agree. It's definitely there, but it's important to remember that asking for help, it's not a sign of weakness.
This is a sign of strength.
Exactly. It shows that you're taking care of yourself, that you're prioritizing your mental health. And, you know, you can't make smart trading decisions when you're constantly battling stress and anxiety.
That's true. So therapy can actually make you a better trader.
It can. Studies show that traders who seek professional help, they experience a 56% reduction in anxiety symptoms, a 43% improvement in sleep quality. And get this, a 38% boost in trading performance.
Wow. So it's like the ultimate life hack.
You could say that. So we've talked about risk management, lifestyle adjustments, seeking professional help. What other trends are we seeing in the crypto world, to address this whole burnout problem?
One really encouraging trend is that crypto exchanges themselves are starting to take notice and implement things to support trader well-being. They're recognizing that healthy traders Good for business.
Yeah, a burnt-out trader isn't exactly going to be making those power moves in the market. So what are these exchanges actually doing? Give me some examples.
Well, some platforms are implementing mandatory cooldown periods after a trader experiences significant losses.
Oh, interesting.
It's like a timeout to prevent them from making impulsive decisions in the heat of the moment.
Like a financial penalty box. I like it. Exactly. And some exchanges are also building risk management tools and warnings directly into their interface. So if you're about to make a trade that's outside your risk tolerance, boom, you get a little pop-up. It's like, hey, are you sure about this? Maybe take a breather.
Like a little digital guardian angel looking out for you.
Exactly. And then some platforms are going even further by providing educational resources. Things like trading psychology, risk management, stress reduction techniques.
Okay.
They're not just facilitating the trades, they're actually equipping their users with the knowledge to navigate this emotional roller coaster.
So they're investing in their users' well-being, which is a good sign.
It is. And some platforms are even offering 24/7 support.
Wow. 24/7. Okay, that's pretty impressive. That shows a real commitment to their users.
It does. And all of these things are starting to have a ripple effect on the market as a whole.
Okay, tell me more about that. What kind of changes are we seeing at the market level?
We're seeing a shift towards longer-term trading and less of that like frantic short-term speculation. People are starting to take a more, I guess you could say, a more measured approach.
So less FOMO, more thoughtful investing.
Exactly. And that's healthier for the market overall, I think.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And along with that, there's a growing awareness of mental health within the crypto community, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's no longer this taboo thing to talk about burnout, stress, anxiety. People are realizing that taking care of your mind is just as important as, like, understanding all the technical analysis stuff.
It's like the whole crypto world is finally having its mental health matters moment.
It is. And with that awareness, we're seeing more support systems pop up. Online communities, support groups, resources specifically for crypto traders. It's pretty cool to see.
It is. It's great to see that the community is coming together like that. Yeah. But it's not just about individual traders, right? What about the companies in the crypto space?
Oh, yeah, definitely. A lot of companies are starting to make employee well-being a priority.
Okay.
They're offering things like mental health days, flexible work arrangements, access to counseling. You know, they're realizing that a burnt-out team...
not very productive.
Exactly.
So it sounds like, I don't know, like the whole industry is kind of evolving.
Yeah.
Moving towards a more balanced approach.
I think so. It's like this burnout crisis has been a wake-up call. It's a reminder that behind all the, you know, the charts and the algorithms, there are real people with real emotions, real lives.
Right.
So, you know, the Wild West days of crypto.
They're fading away.
Yeah, and a new era is emerging.
One that's focused on responsibility.
And well-being.
Okay, so as we wrap up this deep dive into crypto trader burnout, what's like the one key takeaway you want our listeners to remember?
Take care of yourselves. That's it. Set boundaries. Prioritize your well-being. Remember that, you know, success in crypto, it's a marathon, not a sprint.
Couldn't agree more. It's been quite a journey exploring this topic. We've seen some pretty alarming statistics, talked about some practical solutions. I think we even got a glimpse of a brighter future for the crypto world.
We did.
One where well-being is, you know, it's front and center. And hey, if you're feeling overwhelmed, remember, you're not alone.
Definitely not.
Reach out to those support networks, take those breaks. Remember that there's a whole world out there beyond the charts and the tweets and all that stuff.
That's right.
The world needs traders and investors who are, you know, well-rested, mentally healthy. So step away from the screen, take a deep breath, and remember what really matters.
And don't forget to check out those links in the description for some amazing offers.
Yes, check those out. Until next time, stay healthy, stay informed, and happy trading.